Live from Utah's CW30, ABC4 News at 9 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the ABC4 News at 9 on the CW30. New tonight, the civil rights attorney who represented the Free the Nipple movement is now taking on Utah prosecutors. The attorney is promising a lawsuit claiming charges against a West Valley City woman for being topless in her own home in front of her stepchildren is unconstitutional. 3 counts of lewdness involving a child. Misdemeanor charges Tilly Buchanan is currently fighting. Court documents state the West Valley woman intentionally exposed her breasts to her 3 stepchildren, all minors. But Buchanan says she and her husband had taken off their shirts to hang drywall so they wouldn't get dirty. The husband's kids walked in and saw her.
They went home and told bio mom, oh, you know, our stepmom was running around topless. Bio mom apparently called the cops.
New tonight, David Lane, a civil rights attorney based out of Colorado, promising to sue Utah prosecutors, even if charges in this case are eventually dropped.
Well, her rights are being violated right now. She is living under the stress and pressure of having to become a registered sex offender in the state of Utah, which is outrageous for doing something that is constitutional.
Lane represented 2 women who sued Fort Collins, Colorado. The 2 argue the city's ban on females going topless violated their right to equal protection. The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals agreed.
You can't make a woman a criminal simply because she's done exactly what a man is permitted to do.
Buchanan's husband, who investigators say also had his shirt off, hasn't been charged.
The residents of Utah should storm the city hall of West Valley City with pitchforks and torches and demand that this outrageous prosecution be dropped.
We did reach out to prosecutors in the case and haven't heard back. A representative for Buchanan's criminal attorney says the motion for constitutionality will come in the next couple of months. The case will move forward based on that. Happening now as we begin the weekend before the holiday, law enforcement is stepping up patrols and cracking down on impaired driving. A DUI checkpoint is in place tonight in Kern, starting now and going throughout the night. Unified Police say they hope this will help deter people from making the decision to drink and drive. Well, this last storm gave us just a taste of the winter weather, and while a break is in store for the weekend, millions of holiday travelers can expect a headache if you're heading out to Grandma's house. The Utah Highway Patrol says drivers should expect rain and snow in southern Utah, causing possible fender benders and slide-offs. Travel times will peak on Wednesday afternoon, but travelers will face much heavier congestion starting on Monday. Troopers say they should be prepared in case of an emergency.
I would really like to see everybody with some kind of an emergency kit in their car. It can be something really simple. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. If you have a couple of blankets and some warm clothing and some boots.
Utah highway safety data shows that 15 people have been killed on our roadways in that 5-day period of Wednesday through Sunday in just the past 3 years. Well, as we creep closer to Thanksgiving and many of us are hitting the road, Dan, we're going to toss it over to you because you're very important right now. We need to know our weather holiday travel forecast.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's talk about, first of all, what's happening at the Salt Lake Airport. Right now, no flights are delayed. Good news, right? We also have a lot of clouds. It's 41 degrees, not bad. It's a quiet night tonight. Now, as we look at the weather forecast for Saturday, there is a snowstorm moving across the Great Lakes and rain over the southeast. Folks that are flying for the holidays, heading out that way, maybe some delays, say, at O'Hare or Midway. Now, in the Pacific Northwest, some rain showers in Seattle, but this storm will be moving inland, creating snow in western Montana on Sunday. This is the storm that's going to slide down Monday midday. That'll hit northern Utah, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Across the eastern side of the country, that storm still wraps up heading into New England with showers down towards southern Florida. If you're flying, now you have a better idea what to expect this weekend. And if you're driving, I'll have the forecast maps for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday coming up in just a little bit. Back to you.
All right, Dan, police are investigating after reports that a Springville High School student had a handgun on campus Wednesday afternoon. According to Springville police and the Nebo School District, other students saw the boy with the gun and notified teachers, who then told the school resource officer. Within minutes, 4 officers were there on scene, but the armed student had already left campus. Police found him at his home. They say his family is cooperating with the investigation. The district says that student is not attending school while they conduct a risk assessment on him. As for why, they didn't report the incident until 2 days later. Police say they didn't want to spread panic or jeopardize their investigation. Well, we know it can be difficult for families to fully understand the emotional toll that comes with being a first responder. And all this week, ABC4 News is shining the spotlight on the weight of the call and the negative impact it has on Utah's emergency responders. Tonight, our Jason Wynn shows us how one local fire captain has turned personal tragedy into a mental health triumph.
Firefighting, it's a calling. And the pressure of working in life and death situations on a constant basis can lead to emotional burnout.
It's hard to ask for help.
Despite the inherent challenges, West Jordan Fire Training Captain Joy Stearns always wanted to fight fires.
Because my goal is to be just as excited and mentally strong at the end of my career at the beginning.
But mid-career, Captain Stearns and her fellow firefighters in West Jordan were dealt a devastating blow.
Somebody that we worked with here at West Jordan, he committed suicide. And so that really hit us close to home.
But another tragic event would hit even closer to home for Joy. Her husband, Bureau and Land Management Captain Brent Stearns, lost his life in 2009 while on the job.
So going through a very personal, difficult time when I wasn't sure if I could even come back, and to the point that I even thought of committing suicide, and how that would just take the pain away.
Because of her devoted friends, Joy was finally able to walk out of the darkness and into the light. In this moment of clarity, Joy was able to turn her personal tragedy into triumph for her fellow first responders by enrolling in a mental health graduate program.
And looking at that time, our only option was the Employee Assistance Program, and thinking there's some way that we can teach ourselves to become stronger. So my goal, my mission, I went back to school, I got education.
Captain Stearns received her master's degree and is now the mental health coordinator for the Utah Fire and Rescue Academy. Captain Stearns teaches firefighters and their loved ones how to identify and cope with mental stressors.
It really starts messing with their head. And some of the people don't have a sounding board at home. I can relate, I understand. But there's just sometimes where it's too much even for me, and I have to say back off.
I'm usually that person that I want the answers right then, but at the same point, like, I've seen the value of taking a step back.
Stephanie Perry plans to marry into the firefighter family this December, and she will have a special group of people to support her.
To have the support system of spouses and to say, I understand and you understand, and we're in it together, is priceless.
Lynn married North Davis Fire District Chief Mark Beecraft a year ago. She understands that not all communication is verbal when it comes to dealing with the weight of the call.
I remember a call just 3 years ago that Mark went on, and I walked into the dark room and he was sobbing. And he had been through something that he hadn't been through in 32 years of his career. And I just held him, which sounds not macho for him, but I just held him and said it's going to be okay. And that's all he needed at that point.
We're providing an outlet to somebody that doesn't even work for us, that is an equal to them or a peer that they can talk to and relate to, and hopefully that will help.
Well, the weight of the call can take a huge emotional toll on emergency workers, especially if they have a bad call after bad call. But there is a new approach to break that cycle in Weber County. ABC4's Jason Wynn is now joining us live in studio to tell us what that is. Jason?
Good evening, Brittany. I'm told every first responder will see a traumatic incident that stays with them throughout their career. Many say they have haunting nightmares. They don't sleep at night because of the calls that they were on. It puts them on edge with loved ones and can put a strain on relationships. To add to that, 2 fire departments in Weber County are working with 4 Paws for Patriots to bring man's best friend in to help deal with mental health issues.
We look at it as saving 2 lives. And so if we can get a shelter dog out and to be a service dog and help someone, then absolutely we want to do that.
Tonight at 10 on ABC4 News, in the wait of the call, the dogs are here. You'll see those two firehouses in actions, and I'll show you exactly what the dogs do at work. And again, you're going to hear from one of those firefighters whose family is noticing a big difference when having a rescued service dog around. Brittany?
All right, thanks, Jason. We definitely look forward to that report. Coming up, the debate over vaping continued in Washington, D.C. today with Utah Senator Mitt Romney weighing in at the roundtable with the president. Where he stands next. Plus, a rare hailstorm blankets a town in Arizona, of all places. We'll show you the moment it hit. But before we go, we do want to leave you with these images of holiday cheer from the Gateway Mall here in Salt Lake City. Tonight, they lit up their merry and bright holiday light displays. You guys can see all the magic for yourself as you head out to do some gift shopping for your friends and family. We'll be right back.